Welcome back everyone to Dragons Collective. Now this time around we are talking accessories. If you like any hobby you end up accessorizing, and with D&D, Pathfinder, any RPG, there's a whole load of ways that you can upgrade your experience. Not just with minis or 3D terrain, but so many more ways. Anyway, let's jump in and let's hear from Rivers first of all.
Hey everybody, Rivers here, Rivers RPG channel, and today I'm doing a video for Dragons Collective, and it's about D&D accessories. So I'm going to talk about two accessories here, one of which is something you don't need to play D&D, but I think it's fun, and it's a good collecting idea, I think. Anyway, I like to collect them, and whether it's you buy the pre-painted minis from the Dungeons and Dragons or from some other company, or you get the unpainted minis from Reaper Bones and paint them yourself. And you can do whatever you want with them, paint them however you want. Or you can go to Etsy and order minis and put them together and paint them yourself. Whatever you want to do. Minis are fun, I think. They add a little bit to the game if you use them matte or battle mat or other kind of accessories with the game mats, or other mini parts that you can buy from Etsy, or sometimes you can get them in the boxes from the pre-painted minis. And the other thing that I like to collect that you don't need as many as I have, but I like to collect dice, and so it's it's something else that I like to use as an accessory to D&D is dice, whether you buy them in sets or get them in, go get bags at the conventions. You can get cups at a time, or if you special order your own dice like these here, but dice are a necessity for the game, I think, and I think that you can go a little crazy like I do and buy more and more dice, but it's a nice little thing. I think it's not too bad. Either one aren't real bad in prices, I don't think. If you get into the terrain, the 3D terrain, that can get expensive. But I like the minis, and I like the dice collecting that I do. So thanks for watching. Have a good game.
So with many different accessories, I thought let's talk about things that dice are going to be used in. Yes, you can roll dice across the table, but if you're anything like me, they end up off the table. And that's why this Rime of the Frost Maiden dice set, which is unboxed properly on the channel, so you can see a better view of it there. Why that's really good is it stores all your dice, but then let's see if you can hear this. Hopefully you can. It still sounds really good. It sounds like something hitting the table, but it's not going to be damaging the table, so you can throw them that little bit harder. And it also means it doesn't fall off the table. We always have a rule when we do D&D. I think it was one of my DMs, I think Rich sort of started this one. When anyone rolled a dice off the table, it was a 1. If you have failed at rolling a dice, then your skill check has failed, basically. You have rolled a 1. So everyone was starting to, obviously try and catch their dice, but they also started to make sure they didn't roll off the table. It was just one of those little things. It's like, just adds that little extra time. People picking their dice up all the time stops people just stupidly throwing. You can throw nicely in this. a nice 17. I'd say that's quite good. Like I say, you can see this unboxed on the channel, but it's a really nice set. And one option for your D&D dice is rolling into a tray. The other option you have, and now this is a dice tower. It's a particularly peculiar one. This one is from GameGenic. Now, it's not perfect. I wouldn't really advise you get this one because if you try and roll a D4 down it, it gets stuck half of the time. So I'm not going to roll that one down. But, and hopefully again you can hear this, I'm going to lean in so you can. This is awesome. It just makes a really satisfying noise as you chuck some dice down this. They roll nicely. The D20 is a 19. We're getting better. It's a really nice one. It's just a shame that because the D4 is quite pointy, it seems to get stuck. But loving the noise that this dice tower makes. So there are a couple of different options rather than just rolling on the table. Let me know what you do. Now, a bonus thing, if you're in the UK, and almost certainly if you're in like anywhere else in the rest of the world, you can get desserts in these little ramekins. Sometimes they're ceramic, but sometimes, like here, these are glass. Now, these aren't great for rolling dice into. They're really small, but if you have tokens for effects, certainly in board games, these are really useful. But if you have lots of different tokens or anything like that, well, you know, these are actually quite handy. If you needed to maybe keep some coins to actually hand out to your players because they're actually, you know, taking the amount of money they've got or stuff like that, these might really work for you. And, well, that about wraps us up. Let us know in the comment section below, what sort of accessories do you really love? You know, there are 3D terrains, and if you like 3D terrain, check out the Warlock Tiles Builders of the Month. Other than that, though, check out the other creators that were involved. I've put the links in the description box below. And until next time, well, I hope your rolls are high, you have great D&D/RPGs, and I'm Oliver East, signing out.